Knowing it's vodka for me.
You know that's going to be the clip this week, right? Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. And we've got about 20 pounds less of us here this week.
Yeah.
So it's been going real good. I think we talked about it last week a little bit, or the last episode. We've been eating sticks and leaves and stuff.
It has not been that bad.
Oh, it's not been that bad, but it's not been that great.
We've eaten, like, a lot of bacon.
We have eaten a lot of bacon.
Cheese. We've eaten tons of good stuff. I've made several really delicious casseroles.
Oh, you know what happened to me? I was working at a different store this week. And I normally only go there for like inventories or something special like that. Well, there was an employee and she walks up to me and she said something like, she's like, "Oh, you've lost some weight." And I was like, "I have. Thank you." And she goes, "You can really see it in your face."
And then I was like, you don't really know how to take that. Because I mean, and I know people mean it as a compliment.
Right.
I know. And it's taken as such.
We're supposed to be professionals here. Why is your phone not on silent? Good Lord.
Sorry.
Who is it?
Oh, it's Megan.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what we were talking about.
I know they mean it as a compliment. And,
yeah, that's right. Fat face. Okay, back on track.
I know they mean it as a compliment, and it's taken as such, but I didn't go on a diet because of my face.
Mm-hmm.
My face, it's not the problem.
Right.
But like my hips, my stomach, my flabby arms,
my fupa,
my thighs, like those are really my preferred places to lose weight.
You know, and I thanked her, and then like it was a couple minutes after that, I was like, I just didn't know. I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know if I should be happy or like.
I'm sure it was meant as a compliment.
Yeah, it's like Bob's head's the size of a basketball. It's a little better now. It's like a deflated basketball.
A slightly underinflated basketball.
Yeah, like if
like a Tom Brady basketball.
Wow, good one. That was wow, that was impressive. But no, it's been crazy. Like we're dropping pounds, like rappers drop rhymes. Is that can you say it that way? Maybe not that fast.
That was the whitest thing you could ever say.
Speaking of the whitest thing you could ever say, the other night we were watching Jeopardy and I cracked up so hard. There was this guy and he was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He was about as white as you can get. He had the suit, he was a contestant, suit, tie, the big framed glasses, you know what I mean? Like the sharp hair. Like he was one step away from having like a pen protector, like right in his like pocket.
Yeah.
And, a question came up or a statement, you think I would say the question. And, it was about Coolio, the rapper. And he buzzes in and he goes, "What is gangster paradise?" And, it was right. Ding, 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 ding. So then it was like 10 minutes later or something like that, something crazy. We're getting ready to go commercial break. Alex Trebek comes up and he goes, "Oh, we're sorry." We're going to call him Will because that's a good chance if he's a white guy's name's Will.
I want to say that was Nick.
Was it Nick? Oh, you're right. You're right. It was Nick. So it's like, "Nick, the judges got with me and the answer you gave us earlier, gangster paradise was actually incorrect because it is actually gangsta paradise." And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, got his money taken away. And it was great to hear Alex Trebek
say gangsta.
Gangsta. It was gangsta.
Gangsta paradise.
Because, it doesn't matter. Like, things can be in different languages and Alex Trebek can pronounce that mess perfect.
Yeah, except he didn't know who Bob Ross was. That was a joke, right?
I sure hope so.
When he was like, "I'm not sure who that painter is." And I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like...
he paints the little trees. He's got an afro.
You're Alex Trebek. You know everything.
You guys were on TV for like 20 years together, just not working on the same show.
They should have been friends.
Yeah. I bet they were friends. Like, what if we find out like 10 years from now they were like lovers? Would that ruin your whole childhood? Okay, so you said you had something to talk about, right?
You can go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
How about, let's jump right into some Bob o'clock news.
Okay. Welcome to the Bob O'Clock News. I hope it's better than last time. I think it was last time. Was it last time? Your story.
You were all sad.
It was sad. It was like, let me see what kind of sad stuff I can find.
I think you're going to relate to this first one. I think you're going to like it.
Oh gosh.
This was from Redding, California. I'm gonna. What is it called when you kind of like don't read the whole story? Just kind of like
paraphrase.
Yeah, I'm gonna paraphrase what happened. This couple was in their apartment when they noticed a wolf spider inside the apartment.
My.
So have you ever seen a wolf spider? They're like the size of a softball, almost like a tarantula. Super hairy. Okay. So tell me what you would have done.
I would have ran out of the door and not come back.
So that's it?
Like it was that big?
I want you to be serious. Like we're in the house right now.
I would if I saw a spider that big inside of my dwelling.
Yeah, what do you do?
In the same room as me?
I understand you're going to freak.
I would scream and tell you to kill it.
Realistically, how do you think we should handle the problem?
I would demand that you kill it. I wouldn't even ask. I would demand. Kill it and kill it right now. Don't let it get away. Kill it, its family, its babies. Kill them all.
So, I think that was basically...
I wouldn't be able to sleep that night.
I think that was basically the plan. And shortly after they started on the plan, the fire department was called as the apartments were burning down.
That's an appropriate course of action.
Appropriate? You said? They burnt the apartment down. People got placed in hotels and stuff.
But seriously, would you want to live in a place that had spiders like that? Who would want to live there? So it might as well be ashes.
Turn it to glass.
I mean, I'm not making light of the fact that people lost their home.
Yeah.
Not at all. But I'm saying, what kind of home is it when you have softball-sized spiders there?
Yeah.
That's no place to live.
That's like we're going out in a blaze of glory and we're taking the spiders with us. I wish...
Like all or nothing, baby. All or nothing.
I really do love doing the podcast with you. It is one of my favorite times.
Well,
of the
I would
week.
hope so.
I enjoy it.
Because if you all of a sudden was like, I really hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, dang. Because this is episode, what, 100 and...
This should be 103?
3?
Plus we have 14 bonus pods on the Patreon page.
14 on Patreon.
But no, I really do love it. The only thing that I don't like is sometimes the things that you say are even better visually. Because I told you the apartment burnt down and your facial expression didn't change at all. You were just like, yeah, that sounds right. Like,
this is what I would have done.
I would compare it to that taxi driver that had us in New York when he was swerving in and out of lanes and he hit a bike. Like, hit a guy on a bike and went through, like, the intersection with a red light. Like, his face didn't change.
It's fine.
It's the same things like when dogs have sex. You ever looked at a dog in the face when they're having sex? Like, if two dogs lock up. They look like they're reading the paper. They're just like their bodies all going hard and fast, but their head is like, there's nothing to it. You know what I mean? Like humans, we get ugly. Like, the facial expressions we start to have in intercourse. You know what I mean? Like,
are you calling me ugly?
No, I'm not calling you ugly. I am not calling you ugly at all. I'm just saying. You
backtracked so fast. You're like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I didn't mean it. Please, no.
I'm just saying, like, in the motions of, coitus and the happiness, like, your face can control you. Like, especially at orgasm. Like, I don't even know what anything looks like at orgasm. I
didn't even know what I looked like when I winked. Yeah. So, I mean,
There's a good chance that I
don't want to talk about this anymore.
There's a good chance that I actually might be blind and like during orgasms. Because as I think about it, I can't think of anything I've ever seen during an orgasm.
Your mom might listen to this, right?
That's okay. She has like 3 kids. She knows what we're talking about. This ain't nothing new.
I know, but I'm sure she doesn't want to think about your orgasms.
I'm not telling anybody to think about my orgasm. If somebody starts thinking about my orgasm, that's on them. That is not on me. I'm talking about facial features. And now I got 10 pounds less of that facial feature that's going on according to the lady at work.
You've lost more than 10 pounds.
I have. I've lost more than 10. But 10 of it was in my face. I had that basketball size head, remember? The next piece of news. Did you see last year how there were all these like trends and stuff going around on the internet, like these challenges that just seem stupid?
There's always new ones.
Have you heard the new one?
Yes.
You have about the dish detergent?
The like pods?
Yeah, people are eating the dishwasher pods.
They have laundry detergent.
Is it laundry detergent?
Well, there's dishwasher detergent, and there's.
I thought you were having a stroke for a second. Dish. I was like, oh God, it's in it. Well, this is the last episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked it. Gotta go. Bye.
I started to say dish detergent is dishwasher detergent.
Dishwasher.
That's what we use.
You need to put that fidget spinner down so you can focus on your words.
I use the Cascade packs. It's my favorite. And then there's like the Tide ones. Yeah, so I saw a video of like these kids.
Oh, did you watch a video?
Like, yeah, I mean, briefly, very.
So let's be honest.
Briefly. Like teenagers.
Look, no judgment. Was it entertaining to watch?
All I could think was, I can't imagine how disgusting that tastes. Like, it should, like, like they would bite on the, like, pod.
Oh, God.
And it would, like, pop in their mouth. And I'm, like, gagging. I'm like, ugh.
You could hear it pop?
Well, not that I heard it. But they would bite down on it and, like, it would pop and the detergent would come out. And I can only, because I know what they smell like, I know, like, the dishwasher ones, I know what they smell like. And I can only imagine, like, it makes me gag thinking about that in my mouth. Why? Like, they have warnings on these pods for, like, small children because it's like, oh, they're bright colors. And then people are, I guess kids can eat them.
Didn't Tide or one of those companies a while back, like, change the packaging so that it was harder for kids to get into?
Yeah, because they don't want little kids to think it's candy or something and get into them and eat them. So you have, like, these bigger kids, teenagers and whatnot, intentionally eating the detergent.
Yeah.
Their mom was like, who wasted this detergent? It is too expensive for you to be sitting here eating.
I have an extremely strong sense of smell. And tonight I'd loaded up the dishwasher and I grabbed one of those pods. And as I was putting it in, I smelled it and it burnt my nose. And I was like, I couldn't imagine.
Like, it smells like cleaner.
Yeah, putting this in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm not curious enough to go bite down on one, but every single one of those kids that I saw that did, their face was grimaced like, like it did not taste good. So, like, why? What did they get out of that?
I don't think they get anything out of it. It's just a way to have people click like on their videos. By the way, if you've not liked our Facebook page yet, go do that.
Kind of like vodka in your eyeball. Like,
that's crazy. Like, I'll put vodka in my anus before I put it in my eyeball.
Like, if our kids were teenagers and I found them eating my detergent, I would be upset. Be like, I taught you better than this.
There's people listening right now that just went, did she just completely breeze over vodka in the anus? I want to explain to everybody how mine and my wife's relationship really works in real life. I say, and I know, I'm not dumb. I know that I'm childish and I've got a really young sense of humor for how old I am.
I have to ignore you sometimes to survive.
You do it. Like,
that's how we coexist.
I will say things, and then she will respond with something else as if I hadn't even opened my mouth. And you just brought that into the podcast. Like, I was, it's weird. It's not weird, but it's us. Like, yeah. I know when I say it and like,
it's what works for us. What just, kept the flame alive for 10.5 years.
What, you ignored me? Like, yeah. That's how we stay fresh.
You ignore me too. Don't sit over there and act like you're so innocent.
No. It's not the same thing. I know what you're talking about. It's not the same thing.
Oh, just straight up ignore me. Like, oh my God,
give me an example.
Anytime you pick up your phone and you're looking at it, oh my God, you don't hear a thing I say, which is a lot.
If I'm looking at my phone or I'm watching a show.
Oh my God, if you're watching TV, it's just as bad.
That's because that's the way my brain works. Like, I'll see the show. I've watched TV before. I can watch a 13-inch TV, and if I'm into that show, I can't see anything else in the room. Like, that's just how I am. So when you talk to me, I don't hear you.
I can be in the middle of a conversation with you, and, like, it's like I see it in your eyes. Your brain just goes, bye-bye. It's like you're not even in the same room.
We are recording a podcast right now. Like, our main objective is to talk to each other. And I said something direct. I'm looking you in the eyeballs, and you ignored it and skipped over.
I mean, I was trying to say something, so.
I guess.
What did you say? Anus vodka?
Yeah, anus vodka. I'm done with that now. We're no more. No, you don't get the anus vodka story. It's okay.
No anus vodka for me.
You know that's going to be the clip this week, right? Like when somebody downloads the episode, that's the first thing they're going to hear. No anus vodka for me, please. So, good job. Like, I almost want to name
vodka whole day.
That is a completely different thing. That is not even the same thing. It's not even in the ballpark of the same thing. It's not like when you order a drink and ass comes with it. That's not what the conversation is about. I mean, like, if you were ordering this situation, at most you'd get a shot of vodka and a tampon. Like, that's how your order would come. And if nobody knows why that works, just Google vodka and tampon and you'll figure it out.
Oh, God. That's too much.
It is too much. So next,
I think that's way worse than eating the detergent.
Really?
Sticking a vodka-soaked tampon in yourself?
I think I could do that before I could eat detergent.
What?
Oh, yeah. I have a gag reflex and whatnot.
How would you even get in there? Okay, I mean, do you know?
You'd have to help me.
Do you know how tampon works? Like once
it's that plastic thing, right? Like it's got
the applicator.
Yeah.
But the tampon itself, once it has moisture, it absorbs it. It expands.
Mm-hmm.
So if you soak it in the vodka first, it would be really hard to insert it.
Now, there's a very real opportunity or chance. I said that wrong. There's a very real chance that I made that up in my mind that that's not how they do it. So keep that on the table as well. They might not use tampons. That might have just been my brain.
Do you think there's some other delivery method?
Hang on, let me go to Google.
Oh my God. If you Google that, God only knows what's going to come up. I am too tired for this conversation.
What makes you too tired for the conversation?
I'm really, really tired. Almost to the point where I just feel loopy.
Hey Siri, what's the best way to get vodka into your anus?
My web search turned something up for what's the best way to get vodka into your anus. Have a look.
I don't think I want to have a look.
Nope.
Okay, here we go. 7 insane ways to get drunk without drinking.
There's 7? There's 7 things on that list?
Once again, I wish people could see your face. Okay, how these work. Snorting. So you could snort the vodka, which that seems stupid. It's going to go down your throat anyways.
You're going to drown.
People say that you can inhale it. There's a machine right here. We're not going to read into that.
Oh, like vapor?
Yeah, I guess so. Sublingual absorption. Okay, you can absorb. I can't talk. You can absorb booze through your mucous membranes in your mouth without swallowing. Oh, I know what they're talking about. Okay, so I was with some guys one night and we had some moonshine. This was back when I worked in the tattoo parlor, and the moonshine had oranges floating around in it, right? So I took one out and I bit into it. You know, you make that orange smile. You know what I'm talking about? And it was up against my gums, and I started to feel lightheaded and high. True story.
Like immediately?
Like immediately.
Oh, jeez.
Enema. This is called butt chugging. So apparently you just chug it in your butt, and it's sad that this is common enough to have a nickname. It is essentially an alcohol enema. It's rather popular with most 21-year-old college kids because you won't have the liquor on your breath. Wow.
Yeah, I think I would rather deal with the liquor breath.
Number 3, tampons. Here we go. The Huffington Post did a bit on this at the end of last year. Everyone freaked out, but the idea has been around for ages.
Really?
There are some that call this BS, claiming that it's tough to get a tampon to absorb enough booze while still in the applicator. So that one might be just more of somebody saying it, but it can't be real.
Like a theory.
Yep. Number 2 was eyeballing. That's what you were talking about.
Oh, God. That makes me sick to my stomach.
And number 1 is injecting. Injecting the alcohol directly into your veins.
in your veins?
That's crazy.
That's wild. All those are wild.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the good old days when you just had some shots and punched somebody in the face? Whatever happened to that? Good Lord, where's this world going?
Why is punching in the face necessary? Jeez.
It's not necessary. Necessary. We gotta watch Dodgeball again soon. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Okay, last story. This one is amazing. Okay? Are you familiar with IKEA?
Yes.
Have you ever shopped there?
No, not personally in one of the stores. We don't have one around here.
Have you ever gone to the website?
I've looked at their
Really,
stuff.
I haven't. Like the only knowledge I have of IKEA, honestly, the most knowledge I have about IKEA is from the Deadpool movie when they were talking about the duvet or not duvet, whatever that was, the old blind lady was trying to build. So listen to this. In Sweden, IKEA. In Sweden, IKEA has put out a coupon. All right.
Because I think that's where they're from, is Sweden.
Right. It hasn't been released in America yet, but it's popping in Sweden.
Okay. What's this coupon?
It is for expectant mothers only. Okay. And it's a surprise coupon. And what you do is you pee on the coupon.
Are you serious?
And it works like a pregnancy test.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Then it displays what your discount is, and you take it into the store and give it to the people and use it.
I mean, like, is it like paper?
Yeah,
like a paper coupon
That's
you just pee on?
I mean,
or is it made like, like a pregnancy test? Usually it's in some sort of plastic casing.
There's the picture of it. It's like a sheet of paper and it says to pee on it.
It's like a sheet of paper that you pee on.
Listen. It says peeing on this ad may change your life. Now, is it disgusting? Sure. Could be a little disgusting. But I want to tell you what. That is the coolest piece of marketing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's definitely a unique idea. And
it's crazy unique.
Whenever I was pregnant, I certainly would have peed on it.
And it's for discounts off of cribs and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, if you really are pregnant, we're going to give you a good discount.
So will it only work if you're pregnant?
Yeah,
like
if you're not pregnant, it won't work and you don't get the discount.
I mean, I guess that's one way to keep everybody honest.
How wild is that? Isn't that so cool?
Wow. Like,
we need to, we passed out those CDs one time. Like, it would be cool if we have CDs we pass out and be like, this CD only works if you piss on it. People be like, I'm never going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, probably not.
Right into the trash.
But the thing is, they wouldn't be on it and give it back to us.
Yeah. Here, this is a comedy show. What I want you to do is pee on it, listen to it, and then bring it back when you're done. I'm just going to throw it in the trash now. Thank you. Okay, so what was it you said you want to talk about? Or you found?
Well, you asked me, it was kind of, on the fly.
Yeah.
To just come up with, topics or something to talk about.
Yeah, because I had to poop, so I had to run downstairs.
And yeah, so it was really, severely last minute. And I'm, really tired, so it was hard for me to think. So, of course, I started Googling things.
Yeah.
And
you found that anus vodka website, the same one that I did?
No, I didn't. But I did find something interesting, and it's kind of like a throwback to our very first episode.
Really?
Yes. Remember when we talked about, it was the things on Amazon, right?
eBay.
It was eBay.
Do you know how much I hate those episodes, those first couple? They sound atrocious.
Well, now it's our chance to redeem ourselves.
Yeah. I see the downloads happen on those episodes, and I'm just like,
oh, yeah, they sound
I
terrible.
pray to God that whoever's listening to those first couple, it's like not their first time listening to us. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was like, oh, I'm going to check this out, and they go to episode 1, within a minute, they're like, I'm not listening to this.
I found this list, and it's 15 of the weirdest things you can buy on Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Amazon is taking over the world.
Yeah, we do Amazon Prime, and we love it. So I thought, I was like, that's kind of near and dear to our hearts. We shop Amazon quite frequently, and it was, like I said, it's kind of reminiscent of our very first episode.
And if you have Amazon Prime, which I would imagine 50% of you do, you get the video, like Amazon Prime Video. Deadwood is available for free.
It's on Netflix too, I think.
Is it on Netflix? I know for sure it's on Amazon Prime. It is so good. So good. So good that I've watched it twice and I'm getting ready to watch it a third time because you want to see it and I didn't realize you wanted to see it.
Yeah, I think I saved it to our list on Netflix.
Matter of fact, as soon as we're done, we should go down there and watch an episode. Because you said you were hungry, right?
I've only eaten like 800 calories today and that's
not enough.
Yeah, especially for breastfeeding, Mom. That's not enough.
So it's a date. Give me some pound. As soon as we're done here, is that how we're going to do? Is that weird? You grabbed my hand. Okay. So as soon as we're done here, we're going to watch some Deadwood.
So the first thing, it's Marna Pink Piggy Steamer.
I don't know what you're talking. What's happening right now?
It's the 15 weird things you can buy on Amazon.
Okay, what is that?
There's a picture. It is like a vegetable steamer, I guess. It's like a bowl.
Oh, okay.
Like you would use in like, I think this is for like the microwave. And the lid, it's a pink lid, and it just has like a pig face.
You know why I couldn't buy that?
Like, why does it have a pig face?
I don't know. It's very weird. Because we just got done watching American Horror Story Roanoke.
The Pig Man?
The Pig Man. That's why I couldn't.
Oh, the season was so good.
It was so good.
It was so good.
One of our listeners, Robert.
You just gonna call him out like that?
I am.
Like straight, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There's lots of Roberts in the world. There's actually lots of Roberts that listen to this show, but there's
lots of Roberts in your family.
Yeah, but the one that I'm getting ready to talk about, he knows who he is.
You know who you are.
He watches American Horror Story too, and he watched the season with the hotel with Lady Gaga. Hotel Cortez or whatever it's called, which you and I didn't like a whole bunch.
It was probably my least favorite. I love the show.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the hotel.
But if I had to put all the seasons in order, like,
that was the worst one.
That would be at the bottom. It was my least favorite.
Now, he goes, that's the best one. Like, that's his favorite, and hated Roanoke. Didn't even finish watching it. And that's crazy to me, because Roanoke was so good.
It was. Like, as of right now, I don't know that I can name my top. Like, I really liked the first season. Because, I mean, that's what got us hooked. Yeah. It was so good. The horror house.
Right.
You know, I read somewhere that, like, you can, they turn it into, like, I don't know, like a B&B or something. Like, you can go and spend the night in the house now.
What?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen. No, I'm not doing it.
I didn't say I wanted to do it.
No.
But you can't.
Because that's what happens in the show. The people keep going, oh, let's go back to the house. Let's go back to the house. Let's go. Like, everybody is showing up dead. Stop going to the damn house. Maybe that's why he didn't like it. He didn't like the concept of just stay away from the house. All you got to do is not go to the house and you'll be okay. Simple.
Yeah, I really like that one. I really like the Witches, Coven.
Yeah.
And Roanoke. Roanoke was so good. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so that's one of 15. Fantastic. This podcast is going to be 8 hours long.
Do this. You can buy an Asian old man.
Whoa, wait, what?
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. You cannot buy an Asian old man on the internet. That's at least not from Amazon.
That's going to raise some flags somewhere.
You may be able to buy an Asian old man somewhere.
You have this thing about, like, when you tell stories, like, you slow down. Like, that's one of the things you can't slow down. You didn't
let me finish.
You can't be like, you can buy an Asian old man peel. Peel what? What can you watch?
An Asian old man peel and stick wall decal. There's a picture. He's just standing there. Looks like somebody's grandpa. And you can stick him on your wall.
Can we get that for the podcast room?
I think we should.
How much is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Somebody's going
to there's a link. Do you want me to find out?
See, well, here's the thing though. Like, if we get that, somebody's going to take that negatively.
But like number 3, it's something and it's another pill and stick.
Okay.
Wall decal of a senior woman with an asthma inhaler.
No joking around. That's
like, you can buy that.
That's the one that we have to get.
I like the Asian old man though.
Let's get both
He just looks so just friendly and happy.
Somebody's going to construe that the wrong way if we put an Asian man on the wall in our podcast room.
Okay, you can also buy a Glow Bowl motion-activated toilet nightlight.
I've seen those. That's what's up.
I've actually seen those too. And like, I think it's pretty cool, but I just turn the light on. I mean,
I don't though.
Why?
Because sometimes I don't sleep. I'm up
Go
randomly.
and close the door and turn the light on.
No, I'm just saying,
That's what I do.
I go into the bathroom sometimes and use it without, because when you turn the light on, like you just woke up, it's really bright. So you can go to the toilet and just pee.
Even whenever I was pregnant and I was waking up literally like 8 times a night to pee. Like,
oh, I know. You would turn the light on constantly. I remember.
I closed the door.
I know. And it would go click and I'd wake up. I mean, yeah, I know. Some of us care about others when they
buy
sleep.
me the toilet nightlight and I won't have to click the door closed.
When you're not pregnant anymore, you don't get up that often.
I don't. No. This is great.
Here we go.
I'm just taking a guess how you pronounce it. Goosh pants. And it's pants.
Mm-hmm.
They're white pants that look like you have either pooped yourself or wet your pants. I guess you can choose which ones you would like.
Okay.
Maybe it comes in a 2-pack and you get both.
Right on. I can't think of too many scenarios where I'd have to...
And like, look at the poop one. Like, it's like all running down the back. It's bad. Why would you buy...
Like, if I had those...
They can't be selling too many of these,
like,
right?
if I had those, I would just wear... Like, we go downtown Wilmington, I would just wear them and we just not talk about it.
Like, the model, like, look at the P ones. He's all, like, sassy. He got his hands on his hips, like...
He's got his legs spread slightly.
Like, his one toe is, like, pointed a little bit. Like, all just sassy. Like, so what if I...
It's goosh. Goosh pants.
Peed my pants.
Yeah, goosh pants.
You can also buy a Nicolas Cage pillowcase.
We gotta do that, too.
Of a topless Nicolas Cage.
Let's do that one.
He's lying on, like, leopard print bedding.
Yeah, that's hot.
You can also get another Nicolas Cage pillowcase.
Is this in the
one?
top 15?
He's like, his face
has been photoshopped into an astronaut. Yes, why do we not have that?
It's a female astronaut because you see the long brown hair.
Oh, that's amazing!
And it's got Nicolas Cage's face and like his autograph.
Yeah,
and it's a pillowcase, so you could sleep on this. You could lie your head down at night on Nicolas Cage's face photoshopped onto an astronaut.
Look at me. I'm not gay, but I would so sleep on that pillow.
Like, you want the astronaut one, or do you want
the astronaut one? The astronaut one.
The leopard print.
I don't know. I've crossed my mind. Can I get them both and just rotate them?
Sure.
I have 2 pillows. I sleep with 2 pillows right now.
You can also get a centaur finger puppet set.
That's dope.
Which is just, I don't know.
Look, you say that's kind of weird, but how often, especially
you do that weird little finger monster thingy
with the baby all the time. That would be awesome. You need to order me that for real. You should order me that.
Centaur finger puppet.
Yep, make that happen. You
can also get a yodeling pickle. It's I guess plastic, and it has a button.
Is that some kind of sexual thing?
No.
Does it vibrate?
No, it's a yodeling pickle. It yodels.
All right, that one's If I say that's weird, you can take that to the bank. You can get, it's called the Bobcat mullet. Let me see. I'm assuming it's a fake mullet, like fake I've seen a lot of people wear that, yeah. That's a big seller. Does it come with the headband? The model in the picture, he has a mustache too. Mm-hmm. And the look on his face, he looks like he would have a mullet in real life. But he's wearing a sweatband on his head and he's got a mullet. Anyway, you can also buy a book called Dancing with Jesus. You did it again. You was like, you can buy a book? Dancing with Jesus? Yeah, look, the cover, there's a picture of Jesus. Yeah. And he looks like he's doing the Carlton dance. You know Carlton from Fresh Prince? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Tell me he doesn't look like he's doing the Carlton. Out on the water, walking on the water. Yeah, on the water with his sandals on and everything. Nice. And if Dancing with Jesus doesn't tickle your fancy. Dancing with the Devil? You can get Dancing with Cats. Oh, that was kind of a letdown. I'm going to buy Megan this book. Dancing with Cats? Look at that lady's face. She just looks like she's having a good time. She is. She looks like she's doing the Michael Jackson Thriller dance. And there's a cat, and he's dancing with her. They're choreographed. But it's a book, though. It's not like you can watch it. But why is her hair... What did she do prior to this photo being taken? She did this thing. Like that's the thing they do in the video. I'm telling you, that's the Michael Jackson.
But her hair is
thing.
straight up.
That's because they took a picture while her head was spinning.
Around?
Yeah, because like in the video, they go and they turn their head real hard and like go like that.
Her hair, like she flipped her hair real hard.
She
it
did.
is straight
it was
up.
Probably it was probably a little overdramatic, but I know what she's doing for sure, 100%. Is that it?
No, there's more.
Oh my gosh, there's more.
You can buy 1,500 live ladybugs.
There's no reason you should ever own 1,500.
That's a lot. That's kind of sad.
Ladybugs.
Like, are these ladybugs just like sitting in a factory somewhere?
What is the purpose of
just
having
waiting to be
ladybugs?
bought and loved? That's a lot of ladybugs.
Did you research this at all? Oh, I guess you didn't really have time.
No.
Hang on. Hey Siri, what can you do with 1,500 ladybugs? Some things that it wants to know is I could call Brian. I could FaceTime with Lisa. I don't even know Elisa.
So what happens if you say, yes, I want to FaceTime with Lisa? Who is Siri going to call? Don't do it.
Do I have somebody in my contacts named Lisa?
Not that I know of.
Hang on. I'm about to get...
That's a good question.
This divorce rate's fixing to go up. Let me see here.
Who is this Lisa? Maybe we do need to FaceTime her.
Look, I don't have a Lisa. So who is it trying to get me to FaceTime?
I don't know.
Look, it says Lauren, Lil Rock, Liz, Walmart, Rashadi. What is that? Did you put that in my phone?
No.
Liz, Walmart, Rashadi. I don't even know what that means. Huh. Okay, keep going.
Okay, there's only 2 more left. You can buy a travel pillow. And this one is no ordinary travel pillow. You may have seen this on the internet. I've seen it before.
Does it have a picture of...
It makes me think of an ostrich.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Like, you put it on your head, it covers your head, and there's holes where you stick your arms in, like, so you can put your head down.
No way I could do that, because I don't like things around my head.
I would feel like
hot.
your breath would get really, like, it would make your face hot.
You get that Nicolas Cage breath.
And the last thing on here, and probably one of the most disturbing, it's a face slimmer. And
that's what I got right now. That's what I'm telling you.
Honestly looks like some sort of weird kinky sexual device.
No, you put that in a woman's face and no.
This looks like something you would have if you don't have a woman.
Yeah.
It's this round thing, and there's a picture of a woman with it in her mouth.
Mm-hmm. And she looks like she's about to take a man. That's what it looks like. Like she's like, oh, you taste good. Like that looks like what that picture's fixing to happen. It's called face slimmer. Like what it's supposed to.
Face slimmer. I guess it's supposed to like.
Oh, I retract my statement. That is not what I have. Not at all. That is not what's going on with me. I'm losing my face fat the old-fashioned way.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, good job. That was pretty interesting. I'm proud of you.
What is she doing? Like, look at her face and like her hand. She's like.
I'm telling you what she's about to do.
She's not thinking her face.
Stop bringing up these dirty things on my show.
Getting slimmer.
Okay, so I halfway have a game for us to play.
Halfway? How do you halfway play a game?
Because it was more of just a topic, and then I was like, oh, I could make her work for it a little bit. But before that, patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. You know the first episode of the year, we didn't talk about Patreon at all? Patreon. What's the best part about Patreon?
People give us their money.
That's to you. We're trying to like get people to sign up. We want your money.
Look,
that's the best part.
Look, it is better to give than it is to receive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and if you don't believe that, just go buy the face slimmer.
As our gift to anyone who feels so inclined to be a part of our show and support our show in that manner, we in return give them bonus episodes.
14 of them right now. We're up to 14 bonus episodes.
They're just special little nuggets just for these special people in our lives.
And the video of you winking.
Yes, and a video.
Yeah. And I'd like
no face slimmer involved.
It's not one of those videos.
Not that we have any of those.
I would like to do more.
This podcast has gone kind of.
Yeah.
Woo.
This podcast is X-rated. This is the X-rated pod. I would like to do more videos, like just us talking.
I can't even like.
Will you get your mind out of the gutter?
My mind is not in the gutter, I promise.
Yo, nasty. We get like 100,000 people on Patreon, and maybe we'll do one of those videos.
Oh, no.
Look at Kim Kardashian. She's freaking millionaire right now because of that mess. All she had to do was have sex on camera one time, and she made $90 million. Isn't that insane? That's where our society is nowadays.
Yeah, but I don't have a booty like that, so I don't think we'd make $90 million.
I like your booty just fine.
Well, I'm glad you do.
So patreon.com. Go sign up today. We have rewards that you can get for different tiers. I'm still waiting on somebody to do the $15 one because I think that'll be so much fun. For $15, you become a patron. You get multiple stickers, and then Katie and I will scour the internet to look for things about you.
We will stalk you.
We're going to stalk you.
Not like we're not going to come to your house or anything.
If you live close, I might come to your house.
Yeah, if you're local, maybe.
If I find out you live close, I might come and take pictures of your house.
We'll drive by slowly.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about it. That's what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna look you up on the internet and we're gonna talk about you. And if you live close, you might hear something like, "Yeah, and in his backyard, I found a purple bicycle. I rode it around for a bit and then slid it back under the porch."
Oh my gosh!
So do that. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. Now, to wrap this episode up, we're gonna do something that we've sort of veered away from in the past. We're going to go a little religious. Not religious. We're just going to talk about a religion particularly. Okay?
Okay.
So here's the quote-unquote game part of it. I'm going to tell you the bylaws and the rules of this religion, okay? And then we'll talk about them. The first thing I want you to do is tell me if you agree with the rule or you think it's a good idea.
Personally?
Yeah, like if I went, do unto others as you would have others do unto you, you would go, oh, well, that's this religion and I agree with it or don't agree with it, or I think that's a good thing, especially nowadays, sort of that sort of thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to read.
I feel like we're treading on dangerous waters here.
We're having fun. It doesn't matter. We're treading. So you ready for this?
I guess.
Okay, here we go. Rule number 1.
So I'm guessing what religion?
Yep, what religion this came from.
Okay,
rule number 1. And if you think that it's a good thing
so you want me to judge
for society. Yeah, I want you to judge it. Yo, absolutely judge religion. It. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Oh my goodness. I think that goes against my religion.
Here we go. Number 1. Do not give opinions or advice unless you are asked.
Well, it's not my religion.
Like, it's our job to give opinions, like, constantly. So what do you think?
I don't know. I don't think that's enough information to...
Oh, what do you think about the rule?
I'm not saying it's complete, like, BS or anything. Because I think there's a time and a place.
Okay.
For giving opinions. And I think that's it's not a bad rule of thumb in daily life to wait until you're asked to voice your opinion. That's it's proper etiquette.
Okay. Let's go to the next one.
It's not crazy.
Do not tell your troubles to...
Your troubles?
Do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure they want to hear them.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
I feel like that's all we do. Is we just get on social media.
Yes.
And just do that constantly.
Social media is such a dumping ground.
Yeah. For
stuff like that. I recently took a hiatus from social media for the holidays, just kind of for that reasons. It's because it's just a dumping ground for everybody's stuff, along with all the good stuff too, but you have to take the bad with the good. So, I mean, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, number 3, here we go. When in another's home, show him respect or else do not go there.
Yeah, heck yeah. Don't be disrespecting me in my own house.
Okay. Next rule. This is going to start giving you more clues, I think. From here on out, the rules are going to start giving you more clues about what religion this is.
Like, if you come over my house, take your shoes off. Please.
Yeah. If a guest is in your home and annoys you, treat him cruelly and without mercy.
Jeez Louise. Get out.
So if somebody comes up in your house and starts acting a fool, handle your business.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Okay. Any guess yet on what religion this might be?
No, I have no idea.
All right. Number 5. Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal.
whatever this religion is, maybe some people in Hollywood needed to follow that advice, and we wouldn't have so many people touching other people.
I know, it's so rapey out there nowadays.
Jeez Louise.
I literally just saw another post, like just a few minutes
somebody
ago.
else.
Aziz Ansari.
What?
And that hurts my heart. It hurts my heart.
I just love him.
I know. Now you can't say that now because he's getting all grabby. Apparently, I didn't read the article. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that he did it or didn't do it. I didn't read it at all. I'm just saying I saw the headline.
Well, it's just sad.
And it happens so much that I see the headline now and I just skim past
it's
it.
Like somebody else touched somebody.
Somebody raped somebody again. This is life now, I guess. So there you go. Unless they give you that mating signal, don't touch them. Number 6. Do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person and he cries out to be relieved. So don't steal.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't take people's crap unless they try to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Any guess yet on what religion this is?
I have no idea.
What do you think? You want to join or?
I mean, it really don't seem all that bad.
You say that now. Let's go to number 7.
Oh, gosh.
Acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires.
Okay.
I'm not done. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with your success, you will lose all that you have obtained.
When they say all your magical powers or all your stuff?
I think it's like all your stuff. Like if you call
if you say magic is not real, you're going to lose everything.
Yeah, like if you're like, okay, magical powers of some sort of whatever religion this is.
Blasphemy.
I want this. And then later on, you're like, I don't know if the magic really works. All of your crap's going away. So yeah, basically it's like blasphemy, I guess. It's kind of like, hey, if you're going to believe. If you're not going to believe, get your stuff and get out. All right, here we go.
I mean, at first, this is super weird. Like, when you're talking about magic, but, you apply that to other things. Mm-hmm. It's, not a horrible concept.
Check this out. This next one, I think is my favorite.
Okay.
It's hands down my favorite. It's not crazy. I'm serious. It's my favorite. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself.
Right?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Right?
Like, don't put yourself in the situation and then complain about it. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
So except for the magic part, how do you feel about this religion?
Other than the magic part, I'm like, yeah.
Okay, number 9. Very simple. Do not harm little children.
Oh my God, once again, another rule that, everybody freaking needs to follow.
Nail on the head.
Between people, touching children inappropriately and abusing them and throwing them off of bridges and stuff. Geez Louise.
So you don't think this is the Catholic rules at this point, right?
That's too much, Bob. That's too much.
Okay, number 10. Do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for nourishment. So, don't kill animals unless...
don't kill animals for...
Yeah, for, fur and stuff like that. You kill an animal if you're being attacked or you're hungry, and that's it.
Well, I mean...
Them leather boots you're wearing gotta go.
It's not real leather.
Oh, you're good then. So what does it matter? All right, last rule. Here we go. Do you have any guess yet?
I have no idea.
Okay, last one. When walking in open territory, bother no one. And if someone bothers you, ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him.
Oh my God. Destroy him. Which game is it? Is it Street Fighter? Or is it Mortal Kombat? At the end, when you're fighting,
that's finish him.
Finish him.
Yeah, finish him.
That's all I could think when you said that. I was like, finish him.
Flawless victory. So there you go. There are the 11 rules.
So it seems to me that the overall premise of this religion is to be peaceful and to treat people and animals well.
Yes.
With respect.
Yes.
Unless otherwise, other action is called for.
I'm dying.
Which could be fitting to a vast array of religions.
Sure.
I'm gonna say Buddhism?
Buddhism. Okay. So, this was copyrighted in 1967. So this is fairly new by Anton LaVey. Do you know who that is? You've heard the name.
Yes.
He is the founder of the Church of Satan.
Okay. Huh. That's surprising.
Now,
Who knew the Satanists were such peaceful people?
This is what made me think. Like, I was like, I
Finish him.
I read these rules and I was like, how far off in society have we come that I'm reading the rules of Satan, the Church of Satan, and I'm like, this will probably fix some things. We got a lot going on here.
Everyone should do this.
No, so I dug into it a little bit. Not to like practice or anything. I'm not becoming a Satanist. They don't even believe in Satan.
What?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
How can it be the Church of Satan?
I don't know. I
didn't
didn't
believe.
dig that far. I thought it was interesting, like the rules, and then I read a little bit more about it. If you're a Satanist, the number one day of the year is your birthday. Like that's supposed to be your top priority. It's all like indulgent, I guess.
Okay.
You know who the members of the Church of Satan hate?
I would assume Christians?
You would assume wrong. Wiccans.
Wiccans.
Yep. They feel like they're not strong enough, like they're posers.
Wow. Okay.
Now, Katie and myself do not want people to go out and join the Church of Satan. It's ridiculous. But we would like you to treat each other better. What do you think?
Yeah.
And mostly don't complain when you put yourself in a bad situation. I thought that was my favorite rule. What was your favorite rule of the Church of Satan? I love my mom. I do. But when she listens to this, she's going to do that noise. Do it. Mom, I love you. And this was meant to just be fun and funny. And I don't recommend...
We do not talk religion or politics
Never.
for a reason.
Never. This was simply... It said Church of Satan, and it had some rules that I was like, there's some people that need to follow these rules. Not follow the religion, but just follow the rules. Be nice to people. Mind your own business. Don't go into somebody's house and be an active fool. So, and if you're walking in open territory and somebody's bothering you, destroy them.
Finish him.
Find your laugh.
Find your happy.